I want you to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Fight hard, but fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck.
Champion against champion. Here we go.
Hello and welcome to the First Strike Podcast. I'm your host, Christian.
I'm Lou.
I'm Jesus, a.k.a. Foreskin God.
And I'm Chris. I don't have... I'm growing a nickname and bite me Ruthless, depending on
the day.
Yeah.
And today is just going to be like a little bonus segment. We have extra time, and we just decided to have some fun. And we've been...
Foreskin.
and we've been working on this new segment called Red Corner, Blue Corner. And it's a little like... It's almost like a debate of
Game show.
MMA. And it's really awesome. So we're going to try doing it again, and it's going to be me and Jesus this time. We've done Christian, Jesse. We've done me and Louie. So we're going to switch it up this time. Do me and Jesus. Christian, you want to hit him with the rules?
Okay, so basically it's a verbal debate. Jesus will be the red corner, and Christian will be the blue. I'm going to give them a question. They have 5 minutes to debate. Essentially, the first person who chooses the argument will go first, state their premise. He'll counter the premise, depending on who. And then from there, they'll debate until 5 minutes is up. You guys understand?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Touching gloves or...
You want to explain the scorecard rule? Just how you...
Oh, well, each round will explain... Well, I'll personally explain what I thought they did well and what they could have done better, but I'm not going to tell them what I scored it. It's the same scoring based on 10-9 or 10-10. 10-8's are rare, but they might happen depending on how much of a slaughter one of these people does over the other.
Which it might be happening when I...
The last competition, Christian scathed out against Lou by 1 point on my scorecard as well as Jesse's. Mm-hmm. So I really do enjoy doing the scorecard.
Could there be a draw?
There could be a draw.
We do have 2 judges for this one, so I mean, if they had, you know what I mean?
If they have conflicting viewpoints, we have to decide what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we might go another round.
Yeah, we might have to. So the first question, we're gonna have some fun here.
Yeah, it's all fun, and we can't use our phones or anything if we
exactly. All right, so this one was given to us by Lou. It is the best-looking male fighter right now in UFC roster. I often say...
Don't say none.
I often say who, but I'm not going to say who.
I'm going to go with Tyron Woodley.
Ooh. Okay. And Jay, what's your counter?
Luke Rockhold. I guess I'll take this. I'll take this argument on my side. Or even though you picked.
No. I picked first. I'll defend my case.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna set the time, and then I'll let Chris know when to go. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Now it might be hard to talk 5 minutes about a person's look.
You got to do it.
I know. I understand. But Tyron Woodley is a good looking. He's a strong African American black male. And he looks like he can knock you out, and he also looks sharp. He's good in his suits. I seen him on Michael Bisping he's a well dressed man, and I seen him on the pre-show of Michael Bisping, and Tyron Woodley was fitted in that suit.
Fine, right?
He was fitted in that suit. He's more brolic than Luke Rockhold. He's a big dude, and he got the perfect beard to go with it. He got the perfect headline with the perfect shape. I just think it's impeccable. It's just like his muscle tone, and it's sharp. It's real sharp.
I'm loving it.
And he's a champion. Luke Rockhold don't got the championship waist. A champion looks better when guy looks better when he got a championship belt around his waist. He got all that gold on him. People like gold chains. I like gold championships. How about that?
Loving it.
Tyron Woodley is a good-looking man. You see his smile, bro? Do you see the smile? He got the pearly white teeth. He brushes his teeth 3 times a day. He doesn't do 2.
I will not count that because that's false. I mean, I have never heard say that.
You said false. I said floss. That's how good his teeth are.
Fun fact: science has proven that flossing does nothing.
It does for this guy. He flosses with his money. Speak the case.
Do you want to understand that Luke Rockhold said he might not fight again because he is going to be a model? And obviously, we know how models look. There's one word that you can give Luke Rockhold, and that's dashing. He has the most chiseled jawline I have ever seen in the game. First off, this guy really does look like Abercrombie and Fitch. The only thing that makes Tyron Woodley even attracted, because I feel like he's only attracted to one demographic.
Oh no.
Because we know he can barely speak correctly. He got that Mike Tyson talk. And his waves are not even on that point. Luke Rockhold is probably one of the most handsome men in any sports-related activities. He's tall. He has good hair.
Do you know his height?
Probably like 6'3". Like I don't even know what else to say because that's how handsome he is. And he was a former champion.
He was a former champion, but what happened? We're talking
Tyron
about,
Woodley barely made it out.
yeah, he at least defended it. And you said chiseled jaw. We're talking about a guy with a chiseled physique. This guy.
And once again, that's all genetics.
Now you said Luke Rockhold could be Abercrombie models. Will the Abercrombie models be having the little fake? I wake up and somehow got a six-pack. Tyron Woodley I hit the gym and I've been working out for years. Six-pack.
Tyron Woodley could be a sponsor for Timberlands and Nike hats.
And just because it's Abercrombie, it makes you better.
Yes.
And by whose standards?
The demographic.
The demographic? No, see, this is
Dude,
what's
you
wrong
gotta
with
stop
the white
this.
supremacist world.
You gotta understand. You know Luke Rockhold is handsome. First, Tyron Woodley got a small head.
And I'm sure Luke Rockhold got a small dick. Tyron Woodley got that too on him.
Okay.
Tyron Woodley.
See, I didn't
Judges
know.
will not take that into consideration.
Yeah, I didn't know we have a sus contest.
No, we
Must be working
talk.
since his girlfriend.
Who?
Whoa,
Luke
you
Rockhold's
should
You
shut
can't.
your
You can't.
fucking mouth.
You can't bring up points.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure. I don't know about
You
Luke
can't use
Rockhold's
that. I
behind
can't
line.
use that now.
But once again, he's a model. Like, model agencies want Luke Rockhold to wear their outfits because he is so darn handsome. He looks like a country singer, but with a right hand, they'll put you on your ass.
Except Bisping, and he can't dress.
Who?
Luke Rockhold's not as good as.
So, Luke Rockhold could put a potato sack on, and that would be the new thing in style.
All right, but when
He looks like James Bond.
when I say best looking, I'm talking about
Waves?
I'm talking about you got the best clothing, you have the best facial features, you have the best body, you gotta have the best everything. Your shoes gotta be
Tyron
dapper
Woodley just
down.
looks glossy. Look like he bathes in
30
baby
seconds.
oil.
30 seconds.
I don't know. I can't see Luke Rockhold as he's too skinny, he's too lanky.
Too skinny, too lanky. That's what's handsome.
Why is that handsome? I'd
He looks like-
I'd rather have a brolic guy than
He looks like he should be. He should look like he should be bathing in the sun with supermodels. He's the Tom Brady of the MMA.
I'm trying to.
7 seconds. 5, 4,
Oh, I'm taking a round. Thank
3,
you.
2,
I can't think of
1.
that.
All right,
Tyron Woodley.
that's it. Overall, that shit was oddly competitive. I mean, I know the fans are gonna be like, "What the fuck? What did I step into?"
That was a very weird round.
But I mean, I actually enjoyed it. I mean, I'm sure if we have any female listeners, they did too. I'm not gay. I'm straight as a fucking line.
And that's where the nickname sticks in.
Yeah, ruthless. Now, I mean, I have points written down almost to the end of the page. So I really liked how you brought up the motto. That's strong because that's one thing Tyron isn't. He is a motto. He literally could have left the UFC to be one. The physique, great point. I think you should have countered that with saying that most guys are attracted to that kind of physique rather than girls. Because,
True.
yeah, statistically showing they feel more intimidating with more muscle. Potato sack. That was good. Potato sack. So he can wear the potato sack and that shit is popping. One negative though. You said the demographic. Enlighten me on what you're talking about.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
The
We keep it 100. When you turn the page and look on a Ralph Lauren page, not saying Ralph Lauren's racist. Obviously, I ain't trying to get sued.
Allegedly.
But, yeah. Allegedly.
Well, I would say Abercrombie's a better reference.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He just looks like a model. Like if you saw Luke Rockhold, would you think that he's an MMA fighter, or would you think this man could pass off as a model?
Well, I mean, you should have said that during the debate.
Yeah.
It's too late now. But yeah, like you mentioned, he's a champion. Obviously, that with many attractive people, they're often successful, statistically proven.
Barely successful.
Yeah, Abercrombie and Fitch. I have chiseled jaw. He countered with the chiseled physique. That was a good counter. Competitive round. I can't tell you obviously what I scored until the end, but we'll get the next question going.
Yes, sir.
That was interesting.
Could have mentioned that Tyron Woodley is acting-ish.
Huh?
Sure.
Oh, I could have.
Oh yeah, and you forgot to mention he's dating Demi Lovato.
I didn't know who.
I know they showed up at that one event. Was it 205 that they were together at?
I think it was 205.
Yeah, it was 205. But I think there was Nick Jonas right next to them, so I thought it might have been Nick Jonas to Demi
He's
Lovato.
third
I remember
wheel.
Is that what? How Nick Jonas get that seat? The UFC gave it up, right? Was that Nate Diaz's seat?
Yeah, they gave him Nate Diaz seat.
To Nick Jonas.
So, do you guys want to go with another hypothetical, or you want to go with the actual?
Whatever you feeling. You're the judge.
Following December 30th, Ronda Rousey fights on that night. If she loses, will she retire?
Yes.
No.
You have to go now. Okay. All right. So let me just set the time up. We have our positions. Battleships are set.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get this started.
All right. Well,
I'll let you know when to start. Oh, you started it.
I'm gonna start it with Ronda Rousey. Her career, her mindset isn't on fighting anymore. She's been doing movies. Granted, she's not good in them.
Mm-hmm.
She got beat up by Letty, and she also got beat up by Holly Holm. She's 0-2 for the last 2 fights. Her movie career isn't going nowhere, but that's where she's heading to now. Her mind isn't on fighting anymore. It's been how long since the last fight? The Holly Holm fight? Over a year, I would say. I don't know the exact date, but I know it's over a year. And she was a champion, and then you saw her fading out in like the later fights she had. That it was just less focus. Now, then she had the talk shows. Then she had the movies. She's not Ronda Rousey coming up in an upcoming league anymore. She was in the UFC, and that broke her out to a star. And now that she's a star, she took that stardom and she took it all the way. It's almost like in WWE with Dwayne Johnson. Once he got those movie roles, what happened? He came back one time a year. It's not like that with UFC, though. She's not going to just come back once every 3 years, because in UFC, it's a real physical dominant sport. WWE, obviously, you can just make somebody good. But, yeah, her career, her mindset isn't on her MMA career anymore. She's getting movie deals out the ass because she's Ronda Rousey, and she's woman empowerment. She's become a symbol for women, and that's what she turned into, and that's what she's going to embrace, and it's going to be outside of the UFC world. She'll embrace the role. Yeah, I started as a UFC fighter, but I ended up to be an icon. I ended up to be a movie star. She's trying to get out of this world, and if she loses, I think she's done.
Well, I say Ronda Rousey wouldn't retire just because, yes, Ronda Rousey has been on a slight hiatus and has been dealing with problems of losing because she's a phenomenal athlete. And if I'm not mistaken, she's one of the only women with a black belt in judo.
Sorry.
I want to make sure I didn't want to say the wrong one. So she's very dominant. She's very physical. I don't see her retiring because the best story of a champion is how they fall and how they return. Yes, you could go on and lose a couple matches because Muhammad Ali didn't win every match. Ronda Rousey, she might lose this fight. You know what I mean? We seen that she did have the little mental breakdown after the standoff with Amanda Nunes. But, that could just be artillery that she's producing to make herself even better. And yes, if she falls, hey, she's been out the game for a long time. She hasn't been in the ring. She hasn't felt a punch in a while. So, yes, she could lose. I don't think she is, just because of the strength that she's been bringing to the ring and her practicing and her being really focused, and Travis Brown being in her corner, maybe coaching her, seeing some highlight film. I want to say that Ronda is going to return because it doesn't matter. Yes, the UFC is a good thing. Fighting is made her career, but winning at the game of life for her would be more important than being a better icon in the UFC. So I think that her staying in the game, showing that she's not a chicken and she does want to fight for real, I don't see her ending her career at such a young age.
Now you said Travis Brown in the corner. You're not going to be inspired by a loser. That's number one. Number two is
you're going to be, but she is supported though. It doesn't matter. It could be her mom or anybody supported by a loser. And two, and now if you were saying if she's going to retire after the next fight, then maybe I'll question it because maybe she could win. But we're saying after a loss. This is Ronda Rousey is trying to bring her mindset back to MMA, and if she loses, she's going back I don't think Dana White will even let that happen. Also, just because she's one of the most.
He's not gonna let her get hit.
No. I mean, he's not gonna let her just walk away because she is promotable. She is one of the faces of the UFC.
But also, you gotta understand, UFC money is just getting up. It's just getting up to where it needs to be. Movie money is movie money. That's bucked.
She's one of the reasons.
I guarantee you, she got more money for the Fast and Furious fight than she did for most of her fights.
Maybe, but you always have your first love. Like you said, The Rock. Yes, he does. He only shows up once a year, but he's there and he's still acclimated.
WWE is a different sport than MMA.
I understand that. Yeah, but you gotta understand, she will go down as the godmother of the UFC in the women's division. They were making divisions because of what she started. She's not going to just walk away from the UFC.
Seconds.
Yeah, but you can't. She's been the most dominant figure. She loses one fight, she's gonna lose another fight, and then she's not gonna be who she is. She's not gonna bring what she gave before. She's gonna lose her passion. She's gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I elevated this culture, but maybe I'm just not with the culture anymore.
And that's remember, that's
maybe it outgrew me.
And that's what the media is showing you. The media is telling you, they want to build up a story. We really don't know what's going on with Ronda.
You just said the best story is when a champion falls off. Yeah, but if she was to win, that would be her coming back up. Mm-hmm. If she was to lose it, she's done. Like, it's done. And who else is there her to fight, really? She doesn't even have her best friend to fight, Miesha Tate. Not best friend in the sense like that's the person she fought the most. And she don't have her to fight
Final
anymore.
point, since he got most of that minute.
Okay.
Do you want to make one more point?
Ronda isn't a little chicken because we obviously know the UFC is probably the toughest sport. So I just don't see her running away from a thing that she's been in love with since she was in her early teens.
Okay. Another competitive round. It's a good conversation we have here. I like that you mentioned her mindset is deteriorating, especially recently. She hasn't fought in over a year. She's fading. I like how you counteracted with Muhammad Ali. That was nice. Artillery. I remember you used that word. I thought that was used well. And using the story of the fall and how important that is to return usually, because most movies we watch are always relate to some kind of adversity. Symbol for women. I like that she's branching out, becoming a symbol for women. The Rock reference was nice. But then you countered it with saying that The Rock still comes back despite the fact that it's over. And she's one of the faces of UFC. Mentioned it's her love, her first love. I like that you used that word. And supported by a loser. I like that. But then you counteracted saying she's supported, which is better than not being supported at all. And you think she outgrew the culture of it. I like that too. Good round. You want to add anything?
No, very good.
Solid. Solid. He's like, he took everything. What do you want me to do?
He's so fucking brief. He's solid. All right, next question.
Very close fight. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the energy.
Feel the
I love
intensity.
It. I would like to see you and Jesse go at it. But let me just score this. If you set the thing up, because his phone is locked, let me score this round now. Don't look at me.
You gotta be biased.
So while he's scoring that, so you like the segment, Jesus? This is the first time.
Oh, yeah.
The scorecard was a new implement. I wish we could do something like this for the NBA one, but you know, it just fits. I love it, and it's a lot of suspense.
You can play around with anything. We could talk about people's face or how they look,
and if you
we can talk about people's looks or their legacy.
And that was a fucking good round. I'm telling you.
And if you take a low blow, we could deduct a point. You know?
That's right.
If you do it twice,
you might be disqualified. John Jones has lost.
That was a tough round to score. All right,
you ready?
All right, timer set. Now the question will roll. All right, this one, I'll get to the best one last. Cool. Okay, I think you guys will enjoy this one. Out of the list of the current champions, who is the worst?
DC.
Jesus.
DC hasn't dominated. Daniel Cormier. Sorry.
Okay.
Has to be Tyron Woodley.
Okay. All right. Who started first? Was it you?
Wait, hold on.
Well, it's who says it first starts.
All right. So
all
3, 2.
Who you going with?
Daniel Cormier hadn't defended his title in over a year, and by the time he gets to it, it's going to be a very, very long time. We're talking about a guy who can't even stay healthy. Has he even defended his title yet?
Yeah, against Rumble.
Yeah.
No, he won the title.
He hasn't even defended. He hasn't defended his title yet.
He defended it against Gustafsson.
Oh God, I don't remember that fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
And he's been trying to chase this fight with John Jones for what? He's gonna lose. You were talking about gatekeepers before we got on air, And before John Jones got retired, he was the gatekeeper. You know what he is? He's when Jordan left the league and the Rockets won the championship. Like, that doesn't count. That's a disqualification. That's like, you're giving that. That's it's like I can't think of, like an interim title almost. He still has the interim belt to this day. Like, it's just he never gave it up. And he hasn't even defended. He defended it once. He had the chance to defend it to Anderson Silva, and he didn't even prove himself against Anderson Silva, who's 30. He was 39 at that time. He was 39 years old, and Anderson wanted to stand. He wanted to put on a show. And what DC do? Take him to the ground, got booed out the building. No, DC's not a fighting champion. He might want to be, but he's better in the freaking commentator board than he is in the UFC ring lately. He's done more commentating than he done in the UFC. He doesn't even fight. You're talking about Tyron Woodley, who defended his belt. Tyron Woodley, who put on match of the year contender. A fight of the year contender with Stephen Thompson. I think we're talking two different levels, man.
All right, well, Tyron Woodley, yes, got the lucky punch against Robbie Lawler, who defended the title for a very long time, and which I would love to see a rematch between that because I feel like it would go two different ways. Tyron Woodley facing Stephen Thompson, he did do a great job against him, but obviously he didn't pull it out. If you're a champion like that and you say that you're gonna go and knock somebody's block off, and your one move is to literally knock guys' heads off, he couldn't do that. He couldn't successfully get out the round. I feel like, yes, you can always get clipped up in the UFC, and it could just end like that real quick. Just like Jose, how he's the champion for a long time. It could just, and Robbie Lawler was even champion for a long time. I remember discussing with you guys who we think the wackest champion is, and we said Robbie Lawler. We said that's a weak division until Stephen Thompson came. And all these other fighters, it's a really weak division. I can literally only name 3 guys who have pretension of holding that title. In that division, yes, you do have John Jones, you have Rumble Johnson, you have Gustafsson, who gave John Jones a fight. He gave John Jones a fight.
He's not a contender, man.
He is a contender.
You talk about weak divisions. Light heavyweight division is the definition of a weak division. It's probably weaker than the heavyweight division at this point.
No.
John Jones
and Ryan Bader, who, yes, he is the gatekeeper, but he's still a good fighter.
And Daniel Cormier is a gatekeeper. He's a Ryan Bader too.
But still, he's an Olympic gold medalist.
And you said you're trying to argue with the Tyron Woodley Stephen Thompson fight. One, you said that Tyron Woodley exposed Stephen Thompson, and 2, you said Tyron Woodley he couldn't finish Stephen Thompson. Well, Stephen Thompson was a tough SOB, man. He had him in the choke, and Stephen Thompson wouldn't go.
Yeah, but if your master moves is to put someone on the ground and finish the fight, we didn't see that. Yes, once again, he just got lucky.
Any other fighter would almost Did you ever
hear of Tyron Woodley before he became champion?
DC was only I didn't hear of DC before John Jones.
We knew about Dominic Cormier. He used to. We knew about training with Luke Rockhold. We've heard about him before.
Luke Rockhold wasn't even champion then.
I know, but we've heard of him before. You didn't. No one knew who Tyron Woodley was.
Because he was just coming up, and he was
because that division is so weak that he's throwing anybody at Robbie Lawler.
You know what also is because Tyron Woodley is young. DC is he's a 37-year-old man
and still
don't have it. No, we're gonna talk about the greatest champion right now. We're talking about a guy who damn near washed up.
He's not washed.
He left the heavyweight division. Why? He couldn't handle it. Then he went to the light heavyweight division. Barely handled it. John Jones left.
Still a champion though.
Because John Jones left and John Jones came back. Who's winning the fight?
You don't know. It was the last one against who did he play? Who did he fight? John Jones last fight? It was not entertaining at all.
And
so
John Jones looked like he's off the step. Daniel Cormier
we got John Jones. We got guys who are in DC's competition wrestling old men in the backyard on a piece of cardboard.
Because John Jones can't be in and that's how weak the division is. That they can't handle it in the ring anymore. Vitor Belfort's a competitor.
Vitor Belfort was a solid fighter, so it is a strong division. Even back in the day, it was a strong division.
Back in the day, but not right now. John Jones knocked everybody off the pedestal, and Daniel Cormier is basically picking out bones, even though he had one fight since he was champion.
We know that John Jones is going to be out the game for a while.
Not till July. Once
July
that's
a long time. So DC is going to stay
champion.
DC's going to hold that belt for a long time. Tyron Woodley might be against a guy who's literally naturally lighter than him in Conor McGregor, and everyone's voting Conor to win.
10-second warning.
Oh, okay. Well, Daniel Cormier is washed up, and Tyron Woodley
I promise you DC will be a champion longer than
Tyron Woodley is heading into his prime. Daniel Cormier is out of it.
And he's about to leave his prime.
Daniel Cormier, exactly. He's leaving his prime.
No, Tyron Woodley.
He just entered his prime.
And he's going to lose the belt.
To who?
To the next guy he fights.
He's going to fight Stephen Thompson again.
Fighters aren't allowed to fight after the bell. The round's over.
It was that extra John Jones job.
Okay, that was interesting. The names thrown out were good. I like that you mentioned he hasn't competed in over a year.
15 months.
I like that you mentioned that he couldn't
hasn't
defend it.
defended
It was
his
a
title in a
draw. You stated that the division's weak, but he stated that yours is too. He's commentating more than he's fighting. That was good. The Jordan reference was your strongest point there. And DC has defended it, as you mentioned, with Gustafsson. Okay. All right, let me judge this real quick.
Daniel, I'm a hater.
I've seen Tyron
I like Daniel
commentating a lot.
I like Daniel Cormier as he just defended his belt a month ago, too. I like Daniel Cormier as a person, but as a fighter, man, I can't stand him. I cannot stand him. I can't stand his. He's such a boring fighter.
When was the last time he defended it? October of last year?
I honestly forgot he fought Gustafsson. Was that what's it called?
Once again, those aren't DC's fault because he was supposed to fight John Jones.
Well,
and John Jones got popped.
That fight against Gustafsson was fight of the year.
Supposed to fight John Jones in March.
But that was that like a supplement fight? I'm saying
when he fought Anderson Silva.
Well, he beat Johnson and then he defended it against Gustafsson.
Okay, so it wasn't like somebody pulled out.
No. All right. The fourth question. This one, I think you're gonna like this one. Let's see what people are gonna say. Is Conor McGregor overrated?
Yes.
I guess no.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right, so Conor McGregor came up. He came up good. He came up with a good start, of course, and then he finally got the title opportunity to face Aldo. Beat Aldo. Great win for him. And then he loses to Nate Diaz. And then after losing to Nate Diaz, what does he do? I feel like he became a bigger name after he loses to Nate Diaz. How is that possible? One, he only got he got the title shot, but he built that fight up through a lot of his talking. I had people that I didn't know that didn't watch UFC come to me. This is my sister's not my oldest sister's boyfriend came up to me and was like, "Oh yeah, I like that Conor McGregor guy. He got a good mouth. He talks a lot." He brings something really attractive. He brung a lot to UFC, but I don't think it was in his fighting. I thought it was more viewers and draws. We're talking about a guy who didn't earn his title shot for the second belt at all. He didn't deserve. He won. He would have lost to Dos Anjos. I still think that. And two, he happened to get Nate Diaz, and that turned him into a bigger star because he lost. He turned into the bigger star because he lost, and then he turned even a bigger star because he got a win, and even that win was a little debatable. And it's not like he beat a John Jones or a guy on the caliber of John Jones, DJ, DC, as in Cruz. He beat a guy, Nate Diaz, who's a pothead who just wakes up and, man, I was supposed to run a marathon today. I guess I'll go fight. I got a week left. He's overrated, man. He's gassed.
This is what I'm going to say. Conor McGregor is not overrated because he's a genius. All these people that who don't know about the game know who he is just because the way he speaks, the way he runs himself, the way he dresses. Do you understand the leaders of this world, like the presidents, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, they both started with their mouth. They both, basically, how would you say, finesse the game, finesse themselves, make them seem very popular. And I wasn't the biggest Conor McGregor fan, but the last couple fights he has been, he showed up. And with the loss against Nate Diaz, like I said before, he has the champion falls and then the return, which he has shown really, it looks really good, especially the way he finessed Eddie Alvarez so well. It made him look like he wasn't even training for the past couple months. Conor McGregor, just the way he speaks, the way he walks around, the clothes that he wears, even the comments that he said, people eat that stuff up. And he's not a dumb guy. He's not just saying it. He knows that people love it. And if you look at the guy's backstory, it's very entertaining, and to some people, it looks like a story that they could follow. Come from the grit and work yourself up to be the champ. And the guy is the only guy in the UFC to ever hold 2 belts. Hey, the one he beat, Jose Aldo, is the fastest time knockout in the UFC. And and then winning the 155 belt, and now we're talking about him going up to a higher division. And when he fought Nate Diaz, remember, that was at his max weight. Nate Diaz comes in there at 201, so he is fighting the bigger man. He is fighting a guy with a granite chin.
All right, you just explained all the reasons why he is overrated. It's all because of his mouth. His mouth is getting him everywhere. If it wasn't for his mouth, Dana White wouldn't be like, "Yo, Conor, you should move to this division and fight Tyron Woodley." "Yo, Conor, you should do this and go fight Eddie Alvarez."
But what is his record? He only lost one time being in the UFC.
Yeah, and that was in his last 3 fights. You act like that. It wasn't like it was years ago. And also, you said he's the double championship. again, proving why he's overrated. He didn't deserve that second title shot. He didn't even have one fight in that division to make him a contender in that title shot.
But how do you know not talking the way he does? It's genius. He's smart.
All right, and when you were talking about why he's rated perfectly where he's at, and he's he's not overrated. You barely mentioned fighting skill.
Oh yes, he does. He has one of the best fighting skills because he makes the.
I'm saying you didn't
once
mention
again,
that, though.
okay, let me mention it right now. He makes guys fight themselves. What he did to Jose Aldo was the greatest thing ever. He literally ate the guy's mind for 5 months just to make him defeat himself. The guy was a champion for 11 years. He's one of the original champions.
Let me ask you something: is Conor McGregor the best in UFC?
Pound for pound, probably number 2. I do think that.
Why
DJ
has
is
he got the hype that he is? It's
because
he's overrated.
And showed it off in the ring. I think he's over. If he would have lost,
he's
the
not
last
better than
couple
John
fights,
Jones. He's not better than John Jones. He's not better than Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and he's not better than DJ.
He has to be better than John Jones because we haven't seen John Jones move around at all.
And Conor McGregor just got his start.
If John Jones knows
Conor
he's
McGregor
that good,
just got his start.
Just like John Jones when he came into the
UFC, he has one of the biggest reigns of all time.
Look at this, John Jones. Remember, he was all hype too because not all hype. He is talented.
He was all hype. No, he proved it all with his fist.
Yeah, but he was getting opportunities because he was.
He was getting opportunities because he was winning. Conor McGregor.
So is Conor. He only lost once.
He lost a fight, won a fight, then got a championship fight. That's some Anthony Pettis shit.
No, because he lost once. He lost one and then proved it by winning again.
Just like Anthony Pettis got his shot because he's Anthony Pettis.
Well, he lost the last couple fights. He's literally lost one in the UFC and an entertainment fight.
Get a quick jab in there. Anybody?
You said he lost. He just became Conor McGregor. Just became Conor McGregor a few fights ago. And between the time he became Conor McGregor, he lost a fight. In his last 3 fights, he lost a fight.
He's 2-1.
And he beat an Eddie Alvarez who
finessed him, didn't beat him. He finessed him and beat him at his own game.
Eddie Alvarez. It almost like Eddie Alvarez wasn't the champion. He wasn't even in the best division.
Follow him.
When he won the championship, he wasn't even ranked in top 3.
Oh, once again,
I'm gonna give you guys additional 30 seconds.
Literally Eddie Alvarez said that he did the exact opposite because Conor got into his head. He literally beat his own man without even have to put in his gloves on because he already beat him in the press conference. He already beat him on social media.
Conor can't handle the top 2 under him in his division. So you're telling me he's
Who's
the
top 2 under his
Tony
division?
Ferguson and Khabib.
We don't know that. He hasn't faced them.
Because he doesn't want to. You know why? Because you're not a name value.
Until he gets in the ring. Until he gets in the ring.
All right, well, I'm telling you, when Tony Ferguson and Khabib, when they do the fight, he's not finessing Tony Ferguson. He can't stand with a gunner.
We exceeded the time frame. Wow, this shit is popping. You good?
You're not even Conor McGregor fan.
I'm not.
But you got.
He is a genius.
He is a
genius. And I'm not a biggest Conor McGregor fan, but I follow him on social media because
don't extend your argument. Are you extending it?
No. I'm just saying. I do follow him because I never liked Conor, and you guys know that I always root against him. But somehow he always proves me wrong. And that's one thing.
But
I'm sorry, go deep.
Are you extending your argument?
No. Because I know while you add up your points, we got to talk about something. But say your points for now.
Yeah, man. I mean that was good on both ends. Like you obviously you came at him for not coming at his fighting skills, but you mentioned how important his mental game is in the fight, which was another good debate within the two. You said the mouth got him everywhere, and that's how he got his opportunity. His win against Nate Diaz was debatable. You mentioned how he finessed the lightweight champion. Again, his Nate Diaz 2 bout being the fall and the return. Yeah, man.
And how he beat him without even putting the gloves
on. Well, don't
on.
put words in my mouth.
I'm just saying. That was the greatest point of it. When you get beaten before you get in the ring.
You can't say this shit now. I think it was good. I think that was a really good round. Let me, I'm going to take time to judge this, Louis. Probably anything you want to add?
Tough decision making here. I feel like this next round might crown the winner.
Okay. But yeah. So as Christian adds up the points, I should probably say some argument too. But I'm not a Conor McGregor fan either by any means. But like I'm not a hater on him by any means either. It's just like I'm waiting for him to prove himself, and he did prove himself in the Eddie Alvarez fight. But I want to see him. I just don't think Eddie Alvarez is.
Conor McGregor's the best fighter in the UFC. Let's just say that.
No, just kidding. But you did say that he wouldn't beat Jose Aldo, but Eddie Alvarez beat Jose's ass.
You have to mention he was originally supposed to, after he won the title against Jose. After that he was supposed to fight the lightweight champion with Rafael.
RDA.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So that's probably you could say that's
in our reality, Conor McGregor will get washed by Tony Ferguson.
And you
That's
think,
what-
and then what you said, John Jones is a phenomenal fighter. We love him. But if you're that good and you're that talented, I mean multi-talented, like saying that he can survive in any division, come on, man. You've been in the game for 10 years now.
It's not like
Go
Connor's
somewhere
beating
else.
bums. He's beating some high quality.
Well, I mean,
fighters.
Right.
it's not like John Jones never thought about.
He thought about
You're
it.
being partial.
No, I'm just saying.
You said it's not like Conor's beating bums. Conor is beating bums.
Remember-
Nate Diaz is a
And
contender.
remember,
And I said that too in my
And I'm
argument.
just
He
saying,
beat-
Dos Anjos, he got injured, and Connor moved up a
We could
couple
have done a
pounds.
10-minute argument for this
I'm
one.
just saying, he went up a couple pounds to fight a guy a lot bigger than him in height and weight.
Final question.
Is this really?
It's 5 questions. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, man. This has been extremely
I
competitive.
didn't even.
The good
Am I
look,
slipping? Like,
the
wait,
good
hold on.
looking,
Good looking.
best champion,
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda's fight, and
Okay.
Connor.
Wow. Yeah, it's 5. Wow. Great. Great for
This one's
show
fun.
today.
I think this one appeals more towards not only MMA fans but out. So the question is, and obviously the first one who says it, I'll start the time.
This one should be good for their expertise.
Yeah. So you have to pick one player in the NBA who would make a phenomenal mixed martial artist.
LeBron James.
Jonas Antetokounmpo.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that you
Wait,
seen the
what
Bucks?
are you
Is that-
talking about? Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Oh, my bad. No, my bad.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
God.
thinking. I was thinking somebody else. Yeah, I meant to, the Greek freak.
All right. Try to explain in detail what you think they'll be good at this
Okay.
and where they'll probably fight.
As we get the timer ready.
All right, 3, 2.
All right, LeBron James is a freak of an athlete. He could do it all. He played football before. He dominant in basketball. All right, I'm questioning your decision already. Giannis right now is 23 years old, and he is skinny, and he will get killed. He's a baby. He really is. Sure, he could take 7 steps down the court and dunk, but you gonna get rocked and you gonna go to bed. He's not. He's soft. I don't even think he's 23 years old actually. And LeBron James is a grown man. He got a grown mentality, a grown champion with a grown man body. He gets stronger every year, and he's only getting stronger. And we're
Now-
talking about a big guy. That's a big guy. He'll be a heavyweight fighter. To Giannis, he's skinny. I mean,
Now, in order to put it so I can put your argument in perspective, where would he fight? What division?
I would assume LeBron would either be heavyweight. I can't see him cutting to light heavyweight, but yeah, and also it's a division full of a lot of scrubs. And he's a big dude. LeBron James is a big muscular dude, and I just think he's a mammoth, bro. He's just a tank. He literally trucks down centers in the league, and these centers aren't small anymore. These back in the day in the 60s and 70s, they were small. These people are huge now. We got all 7-footers, even at power forward now. This guy Giannis is a point guard. He's a point guard. He just can't. He can never hold his own in the ring.
Well, you just proved LeBron James is is in his early 30s, but he will be declining pretty fast. So Giannis is only 22 years old, so that means he has more time to develop. He has more time to learn, and I'm pretty sure he only weighs in the 180 area. So that means he would actually be literally just a bigger guy with a smaller frame. So his reach will be phenomenal. No one's literally can't touch him. When he gets on the ground, he can slip a lock in, and that just, you prove my fact. This guy has long arms. He's going to get into that chin. If he learns ground game, obviously, we don't know if these guys, can fight actually, but if he slips a lock in, it's hard to get out. If he's on your back, it's hard to get out. First off, the man's almost 7 feet tall. To even pick him up will be a stretch. For the guys who literally are 5'7", he's coming in with more than a foot wingspan because his weight is just so light, but his reach is so dominant. Just like no one can touch John Jones. No one can pick up John Jones and slam him down. Not to do the fact that he's a great wrestler, just that he's physically unable to pick up. He'd be fighting guys who are literally a foot and a half smaller than him.
Yeah, we're talking about a worse Stefan Struve. That's exactly what we're talking about. And this guy...
But Stefan Struve is a heavyweight.
All right, but Giannis literally looks like the cinnamon stick off the
doesn't-
Apple Jacks commercial.
And once again, it
He's a
doesn't matter.
skinny,
It
lanky
doesn't
guy.
matter
Yeah,
how strong you are.
he
It's how
can-
sensitive that chin is.
Okay, yeah, and he's a baby face. And
We always talk about LeBron being soft.
When you ask this question, it's is it like who'll be the best fighter right now, or just what do you like? You know what I mean?
Overall,
Who would have a
And
better
also,
physique?
and also, the reason he'll slip out of locks is because he's just skinny. He's bones. He'll get killed in the ring.
So that's what I'm saying. He could slip
if
out.
He'll take
Who's
a punch,
but no one
he'll
can
be
come
knocked
at him.
out for life.
But you can't even reach him. He literally has a foot and a half on some of the guys in division wouldn't even touch him. Just like with LeBron, LeBron James is 6'8", so he does have a stocky figure. So guys can get up on him, slam him to the ground. Giannis is facing guys who are literally so much smaller than him. They couldn't even get
But
close
you're acting
to
like
him.
LeBron James. LeBron James is 6'8", and this is basketball terms.
Yes.
There's not many heavyweights that are 6'8".
Travis Brown is 6'7", so he's
scrub.
standing
And
toe to toe.
scrub.
LeBron James, they're both standing toe to toe.
The best heavyweights in UFC are shorter. And LeBron James got already the advantage that you're talking about with Giannis on him.
So it's only, 5 inches?
That's 6 inches.
6 inches. But Giannis is literally feet.
Now,
12 inches and
He's
above.
bones. He's literally just bones.
It doesn't matter
guy
what
with no
bones.
muscles at all.
Now, is he really 180? I just want to put that
He's in that
perspective.
range. He's 190.
I don't.
I know he's not. He's probably
He's
not
a 6'10"
We
guy.
know LeBron's like 230, right?
No,
Or
LeBron's
220?
260, 250.
Really?
Yes.
But this guy's 6'10".
Okay, yeah. I have to look up how tall he is, but I know he's very light.
Cause
We're gonna take a small break because I just want to make sure because it impacts the argument.
Yeah, it really does.
What's his name? Giannis?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Is
Just put
he in the
Giannis.
books?
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the books? Okay.
And remember, he has the longest reach.
Okay,
in the NBA.
shut it
The
down.
argument. Resume right now. Quick pause.
Yeah. Just I want to know his weight. It's important.
You can look up the Greek Freak.
Okay. I needed a nickname. I couldn't.
Is he really Greek?
Yes.
Wow.
So he does wrestle.
See, you get. I'm gonna disqualify. I'm gonna
He's
take a point.
6'11".
He's 6'11".
Now,
How
what's
much
his
he
weight?
weighs?
How can you find that?
Go on his Wikipedia.
Can you
I
find
would
it? Do
assume.
they have that on Wikipedia?
Yeah, they should.
222.
220, and that's with no muscle.
That changes a lot.
All right,
How do we know he has no muscle?
because look at his. You just gotta look at a picture.
All right, I'm
And
gonna
once
start it
again,
back.
he's not even in his man stage yet.
Gentlemen, 1 more minute left.
He's 22.
You know he has no muscle because he's 6'11" and only weighs 220.
That doesn't mean he has no muscle.
That means that's exactly what it means.
So what do you mean? What do you mean no muscle? Like he gonna get on the bench?
He won't
and just
get rocked by any
Well,
heavyweight.
who's gonna touch him? No
The
one
same
is
people
literally
that
gonna get-
touched Stefan Struve. The same
because
people that
he's a
tap
bum.
his jaw would tap
Okay, and
Giannis's.
how we know LeBron James' jaw is soft? He literally runs to the
We
refs
don't know if
every
anybody's
time.
of these jaws are soft. It's subjective.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying
Giannis-
that
on
we're
the-
talking
on the-
about a
okay,
guy
on
who's
the G-
built and big against a guy who's just tall.
And lanky.
The reason
what is John Jones?
the
He's
reason-
tall
the-
and lanky.
The reason you picked him is because he got a reach. But how is your reach going to be used if you got no power?
That's what
behind
John
it?
Jones. How do you know? You don't know that he has power behind
We
it.
don't know anything.
How do you know
This
LeBron
is a
James has?
hypothetical
That's what I'm
question,
saying. So how do you know
Jesus.
LeBron
It's
James
a
has muscle
hypothetical.
behind him?
Because he's a big brown guy who weighs.
And he's a big
and he hits the
lanky
gym
guy.
more. He's not
It
a
doesn't
big.
matter.
He's just a tall
And
lanky
that's
guy.
and
Tall
all you
lanky-
say is that he's gonna exhaust faster.
And all you're saying is that
All right, final points both ends. I'll give you. You say yours. Don't intrude. You get yours later.
no intrusion. All right, Giannis is all height, no muscle behind him. He drinks no milk. He has. I'm guarantee you, he would have no. I mean, it's all subjective, so we can't say if he has a jaw or not. But we're saying a guy who is a baby, first of all, and he's a skinny dude, and he couldn't hold his own. He can't hold his weight. He is 6'11" and only weighs 220. That's come on, bro. That's really that's pathetic. He's gonna have no power behind his punches, and the main factor you're saying is that he's gonna have a reach. What's the point of having a reach if you have no power packing behind your punches? That's the main point. Yes.
All right. Well, first, let me just say that muscle. You can be the strongest guy in the UFC and not have anything behind your punch. We know. We've called all LeBron James a baby. He's always looking for the call. The guy gets tapped and he's flopping all over the place. Giannis is 22 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So that means first off, he's not even in his prime yet. There is still more to come. He literally is growing. He's 6'11". He has feet. Literally feet, 12 and plus inches against guys who won't even be able to reach his face even if they got close. So he's more athletic. He's more athletic. He's more dominant. He's probably going to be, if he was going to fight, he'd be in the UFC for another 15 years maybe when LeBron James is getting pretty old.
All right.
That's
it?
I know there's not gonna be an argument, but if he ever fought, he'll look like he's trying to swat a fly that people can't see.
220 is not small.
All right. That's all 5. Now I gotta just judge. Now, I mean, I have points down the board.
That was a great argument too.
I know freak athlete was good. Giannis is a baby, but he is a big baby. Yeah, obviously, the problem is he wasn't 180. So good thing we checked because I would say if he's 180, he'd be a monster because how small they are in the middleweight. But he's not. He's a heavyweight. You mentioned Stefan Struve and his disadvantage. I don't know exactly his height, but he is pretty big.
I think he's 6'9", if I'm correct.
John Jones. I like that because John Jones is skinny. He's very skinny. You mentioned LeBron James running to the ref, which is a good sign of what his pain tolerance is like. he trucks centers. I thought that was a good point as well. So he's strong overall, has a lot of power. And then you mentioned that not many people power punches are born, not really made, because just because they have muscle doesn't mean they have power. That's what you said.
And more muscle exhaust faster.
Okay, thanks, bro.
Good talk.
All right, I gotta compile this. Lou, you could add something, and then the final score will come. This one is tough.
Look, you want to see it die, so we could go to OT. Too bad there's no OT in the freaking MMA
Stefan
world.
Struve is 7 feet.
Oh wow.
Holy shit, that's a big boy. What's his reach?
Stefan Struve with no talent. Let's be honest.
Reach is 84.5.
Stefan Struve just a game winning. I mean, just Giannis at game winning 3.
And he's clutch.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
It was Rodney Hood.
But yeah, so look up Giannis's reach. He's what? 80 what? 82?
84, so.
Look up Giannis's real quick.
Greek freak.
He does have a huge reach, but I just feel like you're not gonna have any power packing behind your punches. What's the point? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Are you
goodness,
sure?
I don't know.
I'll say reach.
Look up reach.
You got your scores down though.
Yeah.
His name is crazy.
The suspense in the room is big. We gotta do this again, Jesus.
12.
Yeah, I think you guys do.
Two
All right, I
vertical.
gotta compile my
again.
shit.
Alright.
12? I don't know what that means. 12 vertical.
As we look up every fact check in this round, I know Giannis for sure got the biggest wingspan in NBA. So I don't know if that takes for anything.
Does he?
And when you asked that question, I should have asked, is it like of all time? And
That's why no one mentioned
He has a
Blake
7'3" wingspan.
Fuck.
Yeah. But when you asked that question, did you guys like mean ever, like any basketball player ever?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I should have probably picked like Ron Artest.
Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, I should have picked Ron Artest.
Oh, Will Chamberlain, man. He wasn't pretty athletic for his time, I believe.
Who else is it? Who's it? Rasheed Wallace.
Black.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Blake
Nah,
Griffin.
Shaquille O'Neal gas out.
I mean, he was in UFC one of the games.
What about
Which UFC game was he
Nate
in?
Robinson? Maybe he's a short little scrappy dude.
Who was? Oh, Shaq was in.
Yeah, which UFC? Was it 2010?
Yo, do you understand Giannis can get his hand 26 inches above the rim?
That's ridiculous.
Damn,
That's
what
too-
the
that's
hell?
Too bad that would
Boy,
help
too-
nothing at all enough. Has there been any
Right.
MMA fighters?
Lou,
that's
can I
on
see
camera?
yours? Do you have a final? What do I look at?
As we got papers being passed around and secretive.
Huh? What's the overall, Lou? Like, where do I look for the overall?
Oh, I didn't do it overall, but I
That
think,
what you have here is it.
yeah.
Okay. All right, so we come to a decision.
All right. The smile.
All right, this is the way I scored it. I'm gonna say each round, so I can keep the suspense going even
Okay,
more.
it's long.
Now, the first round,
Wow.
10-9, Christian. Second round, 10-9.
And I know.
The third
To nine
round,
Jesus.
yeah, I'm gonna point at. Sorry,
so-
And what argument is it again?
Yeah,
He
can
won
you
the-
just-
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta try and remind the Luke Rock code. I gave it to him because I feel like his arguments were more were better for the actual debate, and plus I enjoyed the way your confidence in the argument.
He just
You're like,
doesn't
he's
wanna-
got the swag. He's got the chain.
He doesn't want to go against the.
Okay, bro. Shut it down. The second one was Ronda Rousey. I like the story about Muhammad Ali. That was good. First love. You can't leave your first love. So I gave you 10-9. Don't mind your business. The third round regarding what is this? Jordan. You made the Jordan reference. What is this?
Conor McGregor.
Was it Conor?
No, round is
No,
this?
oh no, the worst champion.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
who did you choose? Remind me.
DC.
I picked.
Because Jordan,
Tyron.
DC, John Jones left and Rockets won the championship.
Oh, yes,
That's
yes,
right,
yes.
that-
I chose him probably because that was the strongest argument there. 10-9. The fourth round, you got me with the genius aspect when you mentioned
Oh shit!
it.
So I came that last round.
Yeah, he got me with
Fourth round
that.
was which question?
The Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he got me. The most important thing was that he beat fighters before stepping in, and Muhammad Ali did too. And he's known as one of the best to ever fight. And the last round, this one in regards to Giannis and LeBron, and I enjoyed both points. I gave it a 10-10.
a draw.
That's a draw on my end.
So Louis?
Louis can break it or make it. And Louis has decided it was a draw. Draw.
Did he have the same winners? Did he have the same winners as well?
I don't know what.
I had
don't
him
know
winning
what he
the Daniel Cormier and Tyron Woodley argument.
is. Okay. Yeah,
And then-
but Tyron Woodley being.
It was the last
The
one was
worst
a draw as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last round was too hard. I
couldn't. I feel like both of you guys had great
We're going
points.
now, do you want us to? I mean, I'll say it.
Do you want to
Do you want us
get
to?
the fisticuffs?
Do you want us to? We could either take the 6th round outside. We could call it a draw, call it even, shake
Record that
hands,
shit.
have a Stephen Thompson and Woodley deal,
I'm trying to think.
or we could pause this podcast real quick. You guys could think of another question, and we will come back with another one. So that's on you, judges. So we did end up pausing it, and Christian and Chris came up with a concise decision.
All right, so we're gonna run a 6th round. I'm gonna provide them a new question, and they have 30 seconds to each make their points separately.
Rebuttal and further on with your point.
Yeah,
for the, another
rebuttal
30
or
seconds.
revise their argument after, and then we'll make their final decision. So they're essentially gonna get a minute each.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is: should mixed martial arts be an Olympic sport?
Yes.
No.
Okay. All right. You said it first. You said every single one first. So in 3, 2, you have 30 seconds. I'm gonna stop you and I'm gonna shut you up.
as the timer messes up real quick, the suspense declines. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be scared.
3, 2.
We're talking about a sport that is already globally known, and most fighters come from different countries. We got fighters coming out of Russia, Cleveland, Poland. Like, it's literally coming out of. We got Greek fighters. We have Brazil fighters. We have Asian fighters. Du Ho Tre. We have fighters coming out all over the world, and America isn't even the best at this sport. So that's another sport. Like, why introduce a sport that America's always already gonna win? We win a lot of sports. This is a fighter that everybody has a chance at winning because all fighters come from great sports, and it's an event that people want to see, and it's becoming an uprising sport. So why not bring it in a new Olympics?
I would have
All
to.
right. 3, 2.
I would have to say no, just because there's so many facets of the fight that you bring in kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. There's too many things to judge at one. How many judges would you have there judging on who did the pin or who did this? Because we look at wrestling on pins and not who out wrestled some who submitted somebody, and jiu-jitsu is on submission and you wear different outfits. It's just too much to bring into that one sport at once to judge different sides. There's too many athletes competing.
3, 2.
On that one
Done.
side.
All right. Final rebuttal. 3, 2.
Why not introduce a sport that is new and up and coming, and it's a new sport that everybody wants to see? See, we're talking about a sport that you said there's many layers to it, and that makes it more of a reason why it should be an Olympic sport. Why bring a sport where it's just one-dimensional? It's so much more to MMA than what it is. Everybody's already coming out of different countries, and so why not? You can't interrupt me.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know we get another 30 seconds. I thought it was.
Yeah, this is a.
Oh, my bad. There you go.
Can you just,
So I'll just give you an extra 15. So starting at 30, I'm gonna give him.
Well, you talked for 3 seconds.
Well, that's disqualification.
that's the low blow. It's a 10-8 automatically.
All
Where'd
right,
it go?
3, 2.
Half of the champions are different races already, so it's going to be intriguing to see how everybody's going to pan out on a Olympic medal stage, and it's a sport that people want to see. You said people don't want to see it. It's one of the biggest sports right now. It's bigger than boxing, but they got boxing in there, so why not have a sport that people want to see? It's more of attraction to Olympic
All
sport.
right. 3, 2.
Just like I said, just like you said, boxing is in there just because it's like one part of the sport. It's like one piece. We're just watching striking and head movement and jabs and dodging, and there's just too much to mixed martial arts because they're doing so many different things at once. How do you judge it? Do you just judge on an overall fight or the skill that one person possesses? I just feel like there would be too much to put together to make it just one whole fight. When for hundreds of years we were watching separate fighting styles.
Done.
You judge it like a UFC fight. I know it's not part of the argument, but
We're done. Yeah.
you judge it like an MMA fight. I mean,
Would you win like Olympic gold medal in your own division, like weight
it's
division?
basically like the Warrior tournament in the movie The Warrior. It just, I mean, it's not. I didn't think it was rocket science.
Well, no, but just there's so many fighting styles. That
Do you need another minute?
If you want to do another
No,
minute,
there's just being so much. There's just too much to judge at once.
Fair enough. A minute to just go shit face. 3, 2.
You're acting like this is a new sport that like nobody knows how to judge it. This is a sport that people know and it has its own renowned rules. Like this is you'll judge it like a UFC fight. It's not like, oh yeah, he got the better Muay Thai, but this guy got the better. No, you're gonna judge it if he knocked him down that round. He can come back up. Well, that's a 10-9 right there, 10-8 right there.
Man. Yeah, I mean,
I don't understand what you're talking about. They don't have.
I just don't want no one to get here over the mic. But once again, the UFC, yes, it's not new. It's been around for a long time. But these are Olympic, like the Olympics competitions have been around for
You're saying the Olympics is too stupid for UFC?
Not too stupid,
MMA
but there's
event?
just so many. They have their grounds. You know what I mean? Like Brazilian, there's some people who just practice
It's time for something new. Wrestling.
So what is basically in the UFC? You're just gonna see the same names in the Olympics?
Well, no, because we got fighters coming from Strike Force and fighters coming from a different division. Just like how the best basketball players aren't in NBA, but sometimes the other Euro leagues do give a competitive
10
chance.
seconds.
We're talking about.
I just feel there's way too many people coming in at one point, and they just want to keep to their grounds. Like Brazil is known for jiu-jitsu, and they want to stay.
Do you watch wrestling? Do you watch boxing? I guarantee you watch MMA.
All right. That's it. Lou, do you have an? What do you mean?
Yeah, very competitive round, I would say, but
No, I'm saying, do you have your score?
yeah.
Okay. All right, I do too. Do you have a sheet?
No, I just.
Do you
I feel like I've been cheated. I don't even know.
Already defeated?
All right, so
You want to say yes?
I've had this argument with Christian before, and he thinks it should be in the Olympics, so he's biased.
you've never had this argument with me. Nope. Who did you give it to?
Christian.
Same. I knew it.
Christian. He's been no. I think your issue was just arguing the one-dimensionality of MMA, but it is one-dimensional now. It has its own unified rules, and it's just a combination of everything, you know. And that's
I just
that's
feel
why
like I should get
capitalized
some
on
credit because it was just a first come first serve.
Well, you should have said yes. I don't know why you
took
paused.
forever- you took forever to answer.
Seriously, he said yeah. He had like 3 seconds. Yes, you should have jumped on
My
I was the
defense
first
is
one
very
for
good.
everything.
I know.
He said my defense
I
is right.
know.
You fucking dope as fuck, bro.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Who knows? That was
That was a great episode.
That was
oh,
great.
God, 2-0 for this guy. You're gonna have to battle. I think Jesse and Jesus is the next one on the card.
You
That would
just,
be
picked a
good.
bit, you just picked a bit easier answers, so.
It's not like you didn't have the chance to pick it.
That shit was good. I mean, I would like to see you and Jesse do it. Yeah. You shake.
You probably just.
I'm also intrigued.
Oh my goodness, I'm impartial.
I'm gonna have to bring my sources into here. And really here.
You want to talk about your sources real quick? While we got,
No, I don't want to put anything on wax until
Until
I have approval.
all right. That's about to be the end.
I know it's facts. I just want to be approved.
I'm intrigued for the me and Jesus rematch. We gotta.
I want to see it too.
Yeah. I mean, if
I'm gonna
only,
pick the easier answer.
If only we could do it back to back. You act like you never had a choice to pick the. This
You keep saying that. You keep sneaking at it. You act like you didn't have the choice.
I'm just saying. I feel like you
act
guys
like-
didn't count that in there.
You act like
He said basically Jesse said BJ Penn, which even in my head I was like, damn, he's kind of right. But I had to throw out Anderson Silva. And you have to make it work, no matter what you get.
Yeah, I had a,
I'm just wondering, who do you think's handsomer?
You
Luke Rockhold
know
or-
I love Luke Rockhold,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's, again, I'm impartial, and it was the argument.
Did you not hate a potato sack?
I love that. That was good. That was good. Hey, I had that fucking draw, so technically both.
He's a
winners.
model.
That was
All
good.
right, well, we gotta cut it off. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment, and if you do, just let us
It's
know.
so fucking bitter.
Remember, you can catch me on DJ Foreskin. Thank you.
DJ Forrest can book him now.
Plug
That's
it.
basically what you're saying.
He sells. What do you sell?
Turtlenecks.
If you guys knew how funny this guy was,
I know his shit is whack. I'm just playing.
I'm just being low key.
all right, guys, we'll catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed the segment. Again, more to come.
I know we've been producing mad shit.
Yeah, we literally did 4 podcasts of just MMA in the last 2 days.
We got more mixtapes.
Keep it coming.
All right.
But yep, just like always, we're out.
Lukaku.